Hello, amazing, wonderful you. Susanna Mittermaier here. How are you doing? How is it going? How is your world? I wonder how often you actually ask yourself, how am I doing? This is a question that is not to be underestimated. It's like, how are you doing? How is your world? Haha, that's what I'm wondering right now. So, it's like tap into the space when you ask yourself, truth, how am I doing? Yes, you, not what you're picking up from everywhere else. These are highly interesting times right now, and you're probably super aware of what's going on for so many other people. So this is something that you might have heard about so many times, the part where you could acknowledge your awareness, and now more than ever, this is one of the most amazing, valuable tools to acknowledge how aware are you. Hi Felicity, hi to Italy. I'm happy you like the videos, so cool. So this is my invitation to you to, while everyone is waiting, what could you be creating? And to even start with that, you have to, start to acknowledge more, hey, what is your world? What is my world? Not, not so much what's going on in the world, but what is my world? And it's like when you ask yourself, how am I doing? Get the difference between what is my awareness and what is my world. This is really, really vital. If you really want to get out of waiting and start creating, this is the first step. Like, who does this belong to? One of the most amazing tools from Access Consciousness. And I've been doing this work with myself, with my life for so many years now, getting to more space, more awareness, more ease, more creation, more success, and the acknowledgement of how much that is not mine is just, holy moly, this is something that never becomes boring. This is something that never becomes too basic. It's like the question of who does this belong to? What part is my awareness is something that is, it's like, this is not for beginners only. This is, the more you do this, the more you create, the more you acknowledge your world, the more you work with other people, the more you will have awareness, the more your awareness will expand. And you want to acknowledge that when you have days of crankiness, upset, frustration, you might want to ask, truth, has my awareness expanded? Am I more aware of things right now? Am I picking up much more than ever before? Because you will. The more you choose to become aware, the more you choose consciousness, the more you choose you and your world, the more you will pick up. So this is not just for beginners. This is highly effective for anybody who does this kind of work. And so my partner also, I call him also one of my best friends. He constantly asks me that question, and I ask him that question because it's so helpful, especially right now. It's like, how much, when you ask yourself, how am I doing? How's my world? How much are you still confusing the parts where you tap into other people's worlds and their points of view and their judgments, and where you, and also where you haven't acknowledged your world? Because, if you ask yourself, truth, what is my reality? What is my world? Truth, does that have a sense of lightness to it, a sense of ease and peace, a sense of creativity, a no worry? And everything else, everything that's not that, guess what? Is that really yours? Who does that belong to? So everything you've made yours, what if you let that go now, return it to where it comes from, and tap into your world? Because it's like, this is the first step to get out of waiting. Because the people who are waiting right now, they're basically waiting for someone else to tell them, hey, you can create again. Is that really your world? Are you really someone who waits for other people to tell you when you can create again? You might not have information right now, but that's something totally different. You know, if you don't have information about the regulations or what's possible, that's a totally different thing. But people confuse the lack of information about regulations with their lack of being able to create. And that's a totally different thing. So you can still have the awareness that you might require some more information and be grateful whenever that comes with no point of view. But you can also not go into waiting because you lack information. You can still go, okay, so with everything that's going on right now, what's possible for me? How can I use exactly how things are right now for me, to my advantage, and to fuel my creations? And if you have a slight point of view, a slight judgment about, oh gosh, you know, I can't create because things are not clear yet about what I get to do or when I get to do things again, and you sit back, you probably slide into other people's worlds. And when you notice things are getting like slightly boring or heavy, again, realize, okay, is this really my world, or am I reacting to other people's realities? It's like, are you reacting to other people's realities? Are you making other people's realities relevant for you? Are you making the lack of information about regulations valuable, or are you making it relevant to you? Like, everything you make relevant keeps you from truly creating what works for you. And so this is a conversation that a couple of people had recently. Really cool awareness to realize, wow, who or what am I making relevant that keeps me from creating my reality? So anything you're making relevant, anything that frustrates you, anything that upsets you, anything you go about, is something you make someone or something you make relevant. And you give up your power to that person or to that situation. It's like, have you ever noticed you're in your creation mode, you're happy, you're going for it, and then something occurs, usually something similar as it always does, which you then use to go back into the box again, which you then use to not be as creative and go further than you ever have been. It's like, where is your limit? Where have you set your limit of creation? And what are you creating when you reach that level? Are you then, thinking of that person that keeps you, that, makes you go upset again? Are you creating the same situation that, creates the upset again? Or what are you choosing when you reach that level of, okay, this is how creative I can be, but further, So you might want to start with getting aware of when you do the same old again, and when you are creative and then something upsets you. It's like, is it notice if it's something similar. Is it someone or something similar that makes you go into upset and frustration mode? Is it the same situation, the same topic, the same person? And then ask yourself, okay, am I using this person? Am I using this situation to make them relevant, to make me go back again and, avoid the creativity that I could be choosing? Because it's a choice we make. I mean, it's really convenient and easy to go, oh yeah, it's this person again, and it's actually their fault, and oh gosh, and they're wrong and I'm right. It's very easy to go into I'm right and they're wrong, and that's not wrong either. It's just like, is this really how you would like to create your life? Is this really something that spurs your creativity? Is this really something that contributes to you moving forward? So notice, turn on the lights, and I have a lot of light right now. That's a funny light. So I didn't even notice. That looks like a ghost. So notice when you are, there you go. So notice when you are in that same thing again, the same situation with a person or a situation, that's actually where you choose to limit your creativity. And that's a pity, it's like, and it's not wrong. It's just like, when you turn on the lights, you see that you're doing this again, and you can make a new choice and go, okay, I can be upset. And if you are upset, I can highly recommend doing an Oscar nominated upset and frustration. I mean, really go for it. Go, I mean, eat popcorn, drink Coke or whatever you would like, and just enjoy the upset. Don't judge it. And then when you're done, choose something different or not. But it's like noticing how, what are you using, or who are you using to go back into the lack of creativity again and go into waiting. And when you do that, don't judge yourself for it. Just go, oh, look at me, I'm so cute, I'm doing that again. You know, don't judge yourself. Just enjoy your choice. Enjoy your choices. Say that 3 times fast. Enjoy your choices. Enjoy your choices. Enjoy your choices. So enjoy your choices, whatever they are. And when you actually enjoy your choices, you will much faster be able to be flexible and choose something else and go, okay, that was fun. I did the upset game again. I used this person again. You know, maybe it's your mom, maybe it's your dad, your sister, a friend, a colleague, or same old situation. I did that again. Oh my God, I'm so cute. And then, okay, so what superpower, what creativity, what power, what potency am I avoiding with that, with making this person, the situation relevant? Because I guarantee you there's something, you know, some creativity you are indeed avoiding, darling, with the things, the situations, and the people you're making relevant. So this could be a discovery you might want to make of what is underneath all that. What is underneath all that I'm making so extremely relevant? And because everything you make relevant keeps you in the waiting mode rather than the creating mode. So how can you use these times to be more creative than ever? And what if creativity doesn't have a definition? It's like, what have you defined creativity as that it isn't? Like, what have you decided it is? That you have to do a lot? That it has to be something grand and glorious, that it has to look a certain way, that it has to make you money, that everybody has to see it and go, wow, you're so creative, like looking for validation. Like, what have you decided is that creativity is that it isn't? And what, like, again, who does this belong to? Remember what we started with? So what if you again check, what is my reality with creativity? What is being creative for me? Like, creative for me is right now, I'm talking to you guys. And before, creativity was taking a walk, enjoying nature. That's creativity, for me at least. Before then, I was doing something very untypical for me. I was finding myself in a very unnatural habitat, which is the kitchen. And I was cooking. It's like, wow, you know, that was creativity then. And now what? What if creativity is something that you choose in every moment, that you know brings you forward, and forward in a sense of it moves, it creates a movement in your life. You know, like, creativity is where you move forward, where you engage in a forward movement, however that looks like. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be grand and glorious. It doesn't have to be, oh, wow, she's creative, or, you know, right away make you money. It's like all those conclusions, all those definitions are actually not very supportive of creativity. They're actually judgments that kill creativity. You know, any kind of conclusion and judgments kill creativity. So, you know, it's like, what if a walk in the park is something that's creativity? You know, yes, you're moving, obviously, your body, but what if that energy also of you moving and you enjoying nature is also a movement forward? It's a fuel to drive your life forward. So what could you choose now and today and in the next days that is a fuel that moves your life forward, and have no whatsoever point of view of what that is and how that looks like? And that's a challenge, you know. That's where you practice not going into other people's universes and worlds of what creativity is for them, but being clear on what it is for you. And that's where you stop waiting and go into creating. So have fun with that. If you need more tips I actually created a free PDF on how to thrive as a practitioner in your practice, in your work, in times like these especially. So if you want to have that free PDF, you can find it on pragmaticpractitioner.com. Pragmaticpractitioner.com is where you can find those tips and those tools, and they're for free as a gift from me. And now the wind is coming as a forward movement, so have way too much fun. And if you have any inspirations or questions, please feel free to type them in as a comment here, because I'm sure you inspire others with that. Like with your questions, with your, hey, this is what's creativity for me, this is what I did, this is what's moving my life forward. Put it in the chat, and inspire the others, because, whether you know it or not, what if you acknowledge what leader you are, And if you acknowledge that, what else and who else could you inspire? So thank you for you. Let's rock the world. Looking forward to our future. And mwah, from the park. Bye.